What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about 1.1 again. We have more updates. We have new echoes that are going to be dropping on the 28th at the release at 1.1 with Jingxi. So let's go ahead and take a look at the new echoes that are going to be dropping. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, we have about 9 different echoes that I can see right now. There may be more, there may be less, but these are the ones that are on the file, so I'm going to be discussing here today. The first one is a arrow and healing set. One cost is called the Dwarf Cassowary. It looks pretty goofy in my opinion, and what it does is summons a Dwarf Cassowary that tracks and attacks enemies, deals a little bit of damage, physical damage 3 times, nothing too crazy. So yeah, we just have a hyper aggressive Toucan Sam that we're going to be carrying around, so nothing crazy. All right, the next two are going to be the Clang Bang and then the altered Clang Bang. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the shiny version of the Clang Bang. But we have 2 of them. We have the regular version and then the shiny version looks kind of blue. They both do the same thing. They come in the Spectro set or the Glacio set. And what it does is like summons a Clang Bang that follows the enemy and eventually combusts. So kind of like it's a bomb that follows the enemy and then it blows up and does some Glacio damage. Nothing crazy. Again, it's pretty cool that we have the shiny versions here as well. So that's pretty decent. All right, next up we have the Firebug, and this one I don't know what to make of it. I know it has some flames or some lava or whatever, but I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's an animal, a rock. I don't know what it is. It comes in the attack and the molten set or the fire set or fusion set. And what it does is that it summons a Firebug to perform a coordinated attack, dealing some fusion damage, and then the Firebug disappears when the summoner is switched out or moves a certain distance away. So I'm guessing whenever you put it down and then as you attack, it attacks with you. That's what it kind of reads like, because it doesn't seem like it moves, because if you move away from it too much, it just disappears. So this one might be cool. I mean, we don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. Okay, these two is going to be the Lightcrusher and the Altered Lightcrusher. In my opinion, the Altered Lightcrusher looks pretty insane. One of them is a Spectro set. The other one is a Havoc set. But they pretty much both do the same thing. Even both of them said that they do Spectro damage. I'm pretty sure one of them is supposed to do Spectro damage, and then the other one's supposed to say that it does Havoc damage. But transforms into Lightcrusher that lunges forward to attack, dealing some Havoc or Spectro damage, generating 6 ambulances on hit. When ambulances explode, deal some extra damage. Long press the Echo skill to stay as the Lightcrusher, lunging forward and walking in midair for a certain distance. This one seems pretty cool. Kind of like you can take kind of like control of it, kind of like how you can do the same thing with the Heron, that you can transform into the Heron and then fly around and then spit fire. It sounds to me like these two are going to work kind of similarly, where you can choose how long you can stay transformed as the Echo, which, you know, in my opinion is pretty good. That they give us some options when it comes to those things. All right, next up we have a new Dreadmane. This is the Glacio Dreadmane. Comes obviously in the Glacio set or the Ice set and the Moonlit Cloud set. This one is the second iteration. It looks exactly like the Havoc Dreadmane, so I'm assuming this is going to be an elite class. Yeah, it is an elite class. That's it right here. I'm so stupid. It says elite class Howler. You're going to transform into the Glacio Dreadmane up to 2 times in a row, dealing some Glacio damage. When releasing this Echo in midair, increase damage dealt by 20%. When landing on the ground, generate 6 stacks of Icicle, each dealing damage, obviously Glacio damage. I don't know if this second hit increases the character's damage or the Echo damage. So we're going to have to find out whenever it releases. Test it out a little bit. Shouldn't be that hard to test. But if this Echo increases your damage by 20%, it's a pretty sizable increase. Depending on how fast you're able to get these 2 attacks off, this might be a very viable option. All right, the next one doesn't say if it's elite or common or whatever it is, but it's called the Lumiscale Construct. Transforms into Lumiscale Construct, enter a parry stance. If the parry stance finishes without being attacked, slash to deal Glacio damage. Otherwise, perform a counterattack immediately that deals Glacio damage. If the attack receives a special skill, interrupt the enemy's special skill and perform a counterattack, dealing Glacio damage. This one looks to be like a very techy one for those pesky fights. For a character per se like Calcharo that he doesn't have, I'm not saying you're going to run this on Calcharo, even though you could because it comes in the Electro set, but Calcharo doesn't have a parry, kind of like Junshin. Junshin has her own parry built in, and then Calcharo is very easy to parry with, but he also doesn't have a one button parry. He can use this Echo and then enter that parry stance and then just don't have to worry about it. Pretty much parry in easy mode with this Echo. Comes in the Glacio set and the Electro set. So it could be some little tech that you can throw in there using the Lumiscale Construct. So we're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out. Currently, there is one that works kind of like this. The Thunderbird has also a parry stance, but I found it to be very bugged. It doesn't really work that well because the attacks, just, like the bird kind of like cocoons on itself, and the attacks just go over the bird and it never triggers a parry for me. I don't know if it's skill issue, probably skill issue, but for me, it just never ends up working out, so I just stopped using it. But hopefully this one is a little better. So we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. And then the last one is UA the Dragon. UA the Dragon is going to be an Echo. I'm pretty sure it's going to be another weekly boss because it drops this. And obviously only in the Celestial site. So now we're going to be able to run a 44111 with the Spectral set, which is really, really nice for those people who are having issues farming the 3 stars or the 3 costs. And what it does is summons UA to leap into the air, dealing some Spectral damage to the enemies and bringing forth Light Thunder. Light Thunder hits up to 5 times in total, each dealing some Spectral damage surrounding enemies. UA spirals downward to attack the surrounding enemies, dealing more Spectral damage 2 times in a row. The Resonator equipped with this Echo skill obtains 1 stack of Blessing every 6 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. When the Resonator performs a resonant skill, 1 stack of Blessing is consumed, dealing some more damage to the surrounding enemies. The enemies hit receive some more damage per second over 6 seconds. What? That's crazy. Stacking up to 3 times and new stacks extending the effect period. The damage dealt through consuming the stacks of Blessing of Time is considered resonance scale damage. Oh my god. So just by reading it, this is going to be best in slot Echo for obviously Jinshi. Because, well, first of all, they're Spectral. Second of all, it enhances their damage is considered resonance scale damage. It doesn't say that it increases the attacker's resonance scale damage, but dealing resonance scale damage does enable the Echo to deal extra damage. So this is going to be a summon. What it reads like is like this is going to be something that you throw out and then it's still going while you're fighting. Like it's not when you transform into it. I don't think if it's like that, that is going to be very bad because you don't want to waste all that time like being an Echo. You want to do it and then keep fighting. You're losing DPS if the Echo is too long. So hopefully this is one that you like trigger and it just goes out and does its thing while you're still fighting. That would be fantastic. However, I don't think that's how Echoes work. So I'm not going to put all my eggs in that basket. But from what it seems, it deals quite a decent amount of damage. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this one. I really, really want to see how it works. But that's pretty much all I have for you. So really quick video, really quick update. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And until next time, guys, see ya.